Hey everybody, welcome to the Mediocre Cover Band Guitar Guy. Hope this evening finds everyone well. This topic is as cliche as fuck. It's been talked about over and over and over again, but I was asked my opinion on it. Got a message about it and said maybe you should talk about it on your channel, but I'm sure everybody else has talked about it. But I'm just basing this on my opinion now, not a rant of any sort or anything, and that is the size of your strings. A lot of guys will argue, like when I was coming up, everybody thought you got to have 11s or heavier on your guitar. If you're going to be a man, these are the things you had to do. Okay, you had to lift heavy objects, be able to pull your own weight on on a bar when you're in gym class. You had to be able to shoot a small furry animal, and you had to have 11s on your guitar. Other than that, you weren't a man. Like you weren't a guitar player or whatever, because it was manly and it gave you like a beefy tone and things like that. And I knew a lot of guys that used heavier strings, but they were also heavier handed, played lower tunings, and used a very thick guitar pick, and just found that with the lower tunings, the heavier strings stayed in tune. The debate goes through Eddie used 11s, but Billy Gibbons uses 8s. So I personally, through my own rig and things like that, I've been through the whole gauntlet of strings. I even used the Zakk Wylde custom set from GHS for a while when I had a PRS guitar. And Jesus, man, that was a long time. It was 20 years ago, believe it or not. Wow. With the 60 on the low E, and the strings are really heavy. I didn't really find it to be a lot heavier. As I got older, the heavier gauge strings killed my hands. I used like 11s for years. I think it was like an 11 through 52, and then I went down to a 10 to 52 custom set, Ernie Balls, to where I just went right back to where I started from and where I currently am, 10 through 46s. When I did the whole country thing there this summer, when we were out on the road, somebody had advised me maybe I'd want to get a custom set of 9 through 46s, which I did, because then my high E and my B were smaller, and therefore it was a lot easier for that plucking and chicken picking mess that I was trying to pull off every night. But I went back to 10 through 46s. That's my wheelhouse. That's where I'm comfortable. I don't know what else to say. Like to my ears, I don't find it any different. I'm not playing a lot of hard rock or anything like that to really be able to notice the difference. I did find I had a Les Paul at one point in my life that I used for being tuned down a half step, and I found that when I put heavier gauge strings on it, it did stay in tune better. I didn't really notice anything with in terms of my tone or anything like that, but I did find that it stayed in tune a lot better. And when we were at a point where I was using a capo, I found that I was using a heavier gauge string because it also, once again, helped with the tuning and things like that. But that was as far as it went for me in that regard, right? So anyway, what are ye all using? It'd be nice to know. Like I said, I don't really find much difference in the tone. For me, it's a comfortableness that I have. Like I find it easier on the hands going from 10 to 46 as opposed to an 11 to 52 these days. I'm an old man now, and I don't know if it'd be the same. I play guitar a fair bit at home, but like back when I was using the 11s, we were gigging a lot. We were out every weekend, you know, and that's it. So maybe the lower gauge strings kind of helped out a bit. So anyway, I'm gonna pop out of here now and go see what's going on with my cat, who seems to be taking a fit there, and do the whole domestic thing. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it very much.